Clark on the hesitation. Clark with a big shot.
Clark's got 14 blocks in her WNBA career, and it ends with a Boston bucket.
Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Zach Benley lays it in. Fourth assist for Clark.
For Indiana, you're expecting maybe an initial surge. Clark on the drive, gets to the rim and the finish.
Really great read by Caitlin.
Indiana just trying to find their way here offensively after this 2 for 11 starts. Smith open on the perimeter, and she cashes in on a three.
Few shifts, a downshift there, the deceleration and the finish at the rim.
Clark goes behind her back to get by Odyssey Sims, and that electrifies the crowd.
Woohoo, little stank face on that one.
Had an open look from three, didn't take it. Only 3 to shoot. Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in, and beats the shot clock. Sabrina had this crowd on a string at Barclays as Clark able to bank it in on the drive.
We ran into them in the NCAA tournament. And I was like, what do they feed the players in Texas? Well, what are they feeding Caitlin Clark? Because there we go with another behind the back and fancy finish.
Wheeler being hounded. Boston thought about the three. Opts for Clark. Back for a rolling Boston. Foul and one. All is trying to clear 8. Shot clock down to 9. Here as Clark gets inside. The scoop shot falls.
Clark trying to get by. The Mystics defense gets right to the cup and lays it up and in.
Picked up by Clark.
I love the decision by Diggins Smith, going downhill in transition right at the D.
Boston the 1-2, and Clark trying to shake free, get some space, did not take the 3, drives. Smith gets loose and lays it in as Diamond DeShields hit the deck.
Here's Lloyd off the screen, way off the mark. Clark looking to run, outlet pass, oh, it's Mitchell. An eagle-eye, Hawkeye vision from Caitlin Clark.
Sprinkle a little zone in. This is the Atlanta team has the worst field goal percentage in the league. Good coaching move.
Clark turns the corner and gets to the rim.
Breanna Stewart, 4 NCAA championships at UConn. 4 times she was the MVP of the Final Four, the most outstanding player. Caitlin, eyes up. Corner 3 for Hull. Hits it. Or just close more quickly.
Clark zips it in fact, Benley finishes. What a dart from Caitlin Clark.
Clark.
Here's just 1 of 5.
How about back? Benley running the floor there. And the find there from Clark.
And her teammate an open 3.
Clark gives it up, gets it back, dribbles between 2, bodies in and gets fouled.
Clark with it. We got a tie ball game. Clark unties it. 2-point lead, and now the Fever are feeling.
Airballs the 3, Smith keeps it alive. Clark with the shot clock fading, great look, and Smith lays it in.
She was up for 6th Player of the Year last year. I mentioned that she finished 3rd in the voting last season. Clark, hammer. The lead up high, Boston pick, roll, and bucket. 12 points in the game. Allen gets blocked. Fever looking for numbers. Clark to Wallace. Back to Clark. Shovel pass, Boston.
Look at that.
Her arm's going to fall off. Brian Howard, shoot till your arm falls off.
Clark bounces, Boston the spin and the finish. The offense is woken up for Indiana.
Gustafson, too much. Long rebound to the Fever. Oh, back Benley says, don't wait, don't wait. Transition defense.
Clark's career high, her jersey number. It's 22 points. She's closing in on it. Give and go with Boston. Clark, kick out. Here's Mitchell. You bets.
Howard blocked by Boston. Here comes Caitlin. Get it! Clark.
Take now in some trouble, looking for help. Squeezes it to Clark. Clark gets hit from behind hard and will shoot two.
Clark being picked up by Clarendon. Brink there to help. Nice pass back. Binley. How did she find her?
Clark.
Uh-oh.
Rock on Clark's knees.
Uh-oh.
That's where one guard is just a lot stronger than the other because of her experience and maturity.
Nice look from Clark, and Smith lays it home. So you have 2 assists and a bucket on the first 3 possessions.
How important is it for the New York Liberty for Snoop to be confident all season long behind those screens, hitting shots?
How about Clark cutting between the double, and Mitchell cashes in.
The spacing already much better for Connecticut.
Caitlin Clark strong to the rack.
2 for 1.
Clark, bounce pass. There's Boston.
Now Hall in the corner. She's an excellent shooter. That had a weird side spin on it. I think she rushed that one. But Indiana re-racks. Caitlin Clark rejected by Ezzy Magbagor, but bodied and fouled. They might get jeweled.
In studio.
What's up, Ari? Welcome to the studio, girl.
Caitlin, off glass.
To be disciplined, just 2 personal fouls here through 3 quarters. Dejanay has taken a new step.
Clark lays it in. The little hesitation works.
Goes right away to find Caitlin Clark.
First point of the game to Asia Wilson. Nobody on Aaliyah Boston, and she's still got the hot hand. She had a big game last night against the Sparks.
Here's Clark with it. Benley inside against the taller Mercedes Russell and still gets it to go.
Russell leaves it short. And there's Clark launching ahead. Alyssa Smith with the step through.
Good D by Boston to stay vertical.
9 points in 15 minutes. Clark back on the attack and back to the free throw line. Indiana's all.
An elite 3-point shooter broke Maya Moore's single-season percentage record here as a Minnesota Lynx player.
Cross-court pass. Samuelson, a corner 3. She knocks it down.
At the cup.
Boston gets the slip and around Edwards, lays that up and in. 11-7 lead here for.
Looking for Boston. Instead, it's Benley trying to get it back to Clark. Settles with Boston. Here is Clark racing around. Clark using the screen from Boston. Hits her. Boston ties it with the jumper. Here's Clark. Here comes Sabali. Clark drags her out, races in. Clark will lay it home. 22 points.
Shooting night's been a struggle for Kia Nurse so far. 0-5 from distance.
Clark finds Boston in the lane, uses that left hand effectively. The timeout taken quickly here.
Indiana's been so good here in this building in transition. It's Clark finding Boston.
Maybe big threes and D.
We can come up with something. We'll workshop it.
We're workshopping it.
Kelsey Mitchell lays it up and in there.
Had Mitchell right there, did not see her. Mitchell was wide open on the wing. Here's Smith, the floater is good off the dime from Clark.
There's been many times early in this season where that has not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson. Here's Clark. Clark around Allen, kicks it out. Smith on the move. Push shot is good.
Such good athletic specimens, and I think it's so much fun to see like how Megan Gustafson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA. It's amazing how that they've.
This is on the bank shot as the pace starts to pick up here from Indy. The hesitation, Clark gets to the rim.
And loose ball ends up in the arms of Indiana. Great look. Smith able to finish off the dime from Caitlin Clark. The magnifying glass and the pressure as Bonner can't hit. Benley the rebound. Here comes Clark. Bouncing to Benley, who lays it
Indiana outscore Dallas in the paint 16-4. Timing.
D and Gainbridge down there might be worn out by the end of the year. She's hit a couple shots from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse logo. Here's Clark on the drive and the finish.
About some of the off-the-ball contact she's dealing with, which she told us the other day, I know I'm going to get grabbed, I'm going to get chucked. Backdoor, Clark lays it in as she loses Lainey Hamilton. Indiana on an 18-3 run as Clark directs traffic. Clark lobbing it in, what a find, and Boston the finish. A delectable dime from Caitlin Clark.
This is exactly what Christy Sides warned against after that big win on Saturday, not having a letdown. Still a long way to go here as Clark feeds it into Wheeler for the buckets.
Definitely a miscommunication.